Good evening and welcome to the West Orange Board of Education Public Board meeting on Monday, December 16th, 2024. I would like to thank all of you here in person and those watching from home for joining us tonight. Ms. Flowers, would you please take the roll call?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Roll call, please. Dr. Bryant? Here. Mr. Ifker?
Here.
Mr. Stevenson?
Here.
Vice President Vera?
Here.
President Rock?
Here.
Thank you. Notice of meeting. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests are discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, a written notice was sent from the Office of the Secretary of the Board on January 8th, 2024. That said notice was sent by regular mail to the West Orange Township Clerk and the editors of the West Orange Chronicle and by mail to the Star Ledger. That said notice was posted in the lobby of the Administration Building of the Board of Education and posted on the district website. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and may be broadcasted on local TV and the district's website at a future date. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ms. Flowers. In consideration of the closed and public meeting of November 11th, 2024, do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Ifker. Any comments? Hearing none. Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mr. Ifker?
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson?
Yes.
Vice President Vera?
Yes.
President Rock?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. And next, good evening to our student liaison, Nina Davis. Would you please share your student liaison report with us?
Good evening. To open our winter sports season, the West Orange Sports Media Association held our annual Winter Media Day on Saturday. There we were able to take media photos for hockey, basketball, wrestling, bowling, track and field, and fencing. We wish all of our athletes a good luck on their seasons. This past week was our second Spirit Week of the year, which was also a class battle. The different themes included Pajama Day, Jersey Day, Roles Reversed, meaning students dressed as teachers and teachers dressed like students, Rhyme Without Reason, and West Orange Gear Day. Since it's a class battle, each class's school spirit will be tracked by a point system, meaning anybody who participates in any Spirit Day will get a point, and the winner of the class battle will be announced at our Winter Pep Rally on Wednesday. The West Orange High School Drama Club had major success with the Clue musical. Their show dates were on November 15th and 16th, which were sold out on both nights. Their new musical coming up was announced, being Prom. Their show dates will start on April 4th, and the cast list has been assembled, and we all look forward to another amazing show. On December 5th, 9th grade Jubilee, Glee, Bel Canto, and Honors Chamber Choir joined together to perform at this year's Winter Choir concert. Some highlighted songs included White Winter Hymnal, O Holy Night, and Jingle Bells. That includes my report.
Thank you very much. Mr. Moore, it is now time for your superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Rock. Good evening, everyone. My report is short tonight, but again, very impactful. We will start. My report begins with Best Buddies. This evening, we have the pleasure of recognizing West Orange High School paraprofessional Maria Navarrete, who has been awarded Champion of the Year by the Best Buddies International Organization. Maria has been committed to helping students with developmental disabilities, both here at work and during her free time as a volunteer. Her dedication is an example of the very best here in West Orange. This was also noticed by our Vice President, Maria Vera, whom I'd like to share the opportunity to publicly thank Maria Navarrete and the Best Buddy organization for their dedication to our students. Vice President Vera, if you would join me in the front, I would like you to come forward and as we present the honor. Maria Navarrete. I'm proud to admit I was Maria's dean. So I've known Maria quite some time. I'm very proud of you, Maria. Well done. Okay. Before I conclude my report, I want to wish everyone a happy holiday and please enjoy your holiday here in West Orange. I wish all our students and staff the same. I also wish this board a very committed and dedicated community members who have our students' best interests at heart the same. And during this holiday, and before I conclude, I want to also thank this board and let them know that I appreciate their partnership and I feel that we will succeed together. So I wish everyone a happy holiday. I wish this board a happy holiday. I just wanted to make note. So thank you for listening. At this time, I can present our HIB report, which is harassment, intimidation, and bullying report. Since our last board meeting, there have been 7 investigations throughout the district. I reviewed the summaries of each, and it was determined that none of the incidents met criteria for HIB. All 7 were unfounded. I concur with the findings presented by our anti-bullying specialist. And thank you, sorry, Brian. Thank you, President Rock. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Superintendent Moore. Next up, we have committee reports and comments from the board. Dr. Bryant, did you want to say something?
Sure, I'll report out for the curriculum committee. We were able to meet with personnel at the district office on November 21st for about 2.5 hours. It's actually a pretty long meeting. But we were able to get a brief overview of the building blocks of the path forward in terms of how we are going to remedy the current math score situation, if you will. While the concrete plans are still in development, we heard quite a bit about the interventions, the supports, and the on and off ramps for students in the potential plans. The initial ideas feel promising, and we look forward to seeing more concrete ideas in the first quarter of the year.
Thank you, Dr. Bryant. Mr. Ipker, you do.
Thank you. Just a couple things. First of all, Vice President Vera and I had the pleasure of going to Liberty Middle School a few weeks ago, and to meet with the principal, Xavier Fitzgerald. And usually we go around the school and we have a tour and we meet some teachers and we see some students. This time, it was just the three of us in a conference room for 1 hour, going back and forth about successes, areas where we need to improve. I have to say, I found it to be, I was very impressed. I mean, I think that the parents of Liberty students should be very happy that the school is under his supervision. He knows everything that's going on there, and he's not afraid to take a stand. I found it to be one of the more positive moments that I've had since I've been on the board. The second thing is that in terms of my role as liaison to town council, I'll be meeting with Councilwoman Michelle Casalino in January, with the new council being sworn in. And we'll make sure we keep the lines of communication open there. And then finally, I guess to follow up on what Ms. Bryant said, the people should know that math is a major issue for us, and it's very important. We speak about it at every meeting. If you don't hear us speaking about it in public, we're speaking about it prior to coming out here. So we know that it's a problem and we're addressing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything from,
Very briefly, from a policy standpoint, I appreciate the work of the curricular committee. By law, we report out the state assessment data in the fall of the year for the previous year. And I think I, as a board member, in conjunction with our colleagues, are committed to improving all of our assessment data. And so last meeting was a long meeting where we went through a lot of questions, but I think those questions were really important and really valid for parents and for the community, and to demonstrate our commitment to look at our in-place policies and how they can be improved to benefit students and families and ultimately our community. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to have the public trust to examine our policies to serve families.
thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Anything from Vice President Vera?
I would like to say that I agree with the board members regarding the situation that we have, with the scores in the math area. And definitely, as board members, we are going to work together in order to improve the situation and make, everybody accountable with the kind of position they have as supervisors, as in every area, either, math and ELA, with in order to improve the scores. We want our community and all the parents, community members, stakeholders to feel accountable for that. As Dr. Ipker mentioned, we visit Liberty Middle School, and we have the same kind of agreement, like is the parents' participation, parents' involvement is critical. They usually go to the elementary school, but once they get into the middle school and high school, the participation is not the same. This is our priority, especially for me as an educator. The parent has to be accountable for that. It's not only teachers, that's everybody. We as board members, teachers, and parents, what is the major concern in order to improve our scores. I recognize we have wonderful teachers, but at the same time, we work together with the teachers and parents and the community. Once again, this is December, and that's my first year as a board member. I always say that's the learning process, definitely, you know, next year I will be more involved with the community in order to promote parents' participation and recognize, you know, the kind of community we have in different areas. And thank you, Mr. Moore. Thank you, President Rack, for the opportunity to serve as a vice president this school year.
All right, next, I would like to share my board president's report with all of you. The St. Cloud PTA Diversity Committee is proud to announce that the American Water Charitable Foundation has approved their grant request in the amount of $2,500. Grant is intended to assist the committee in achieving its mission honoring diversity and implementing inclusion and equity initiatives at St. Cloud Elementary School. Congratulations to the St. Cloud PTA Diversity Committee. Also mentioned that we've talked about school funding before. The New Jersey Department of Education started this week holding public hearings and accepting public comment in order to improve the School Funding Reform Act formula moving forward. There are a couple hearings scheduled in January, and I intend to attend one of those and testify. I will put some thoughts together and circulate them to the board beforehand, just to make sure we're all, of one mind of that. But I'll probably do that over the holiday break and get that to everybody before the new year. And that's it for me. Next up, we will have questions from the public on agenda items only. Any community member who would like to make comments or ask questions, please come to the podium at this time. Please state your name and home address for the record, then begin your comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Do we have any members of the public here in the audience tonight who wish to make a public comment? All right, seeing none, we will move on to our resolutions. May I have a motion to approve the personnel items A1 through A6?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Vice President Vera. Want to congratulate the following retirees: Elizabeth Ramos, a school nurse at Edison Middle School, for her 16.5 years of service; Fazal Khan, a night shift custodian at Hazel Elementary, for his 30 years of service; and Betty Ann Sugasti, a clerical aide at West Orange High School, for her 15.5 years of service. Thank you all for your service to the West Orange students and our school community. Best wishes to you on the behalf of the Board of Education, and welcome to the club where every day is Saturday. Is there any discussion on personnel? No, hearing none. Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mr. Ifker?
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson?
Yes.
Vice President Vera?
Yes.
President Rock?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next, may I have a motion to approve the curriculum and instruction items B1 through B4?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Ifker. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mr. Ifker?
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson?
Yes.
Vice President Vera?
Yes.
President Rock?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, next, may I have a motion to approve the finance items C, special services items A 1 through 2, and business office items B 1 through 19.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Ifker. Any discussion? No? Seeing none, Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mr. Ifker?
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson?
Yes.
Vice President Vera?
Yes.
President Rock?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, finally, may I have a motion to approve reports item D1 through 2?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Is there a second?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Ifker. Any discussion? All right, Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mr. Ifker?
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson?
Yes.
Vice President Vera?
Yes.
President Rock?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much to my board colleagues for that. Did want to actually point out one of the resolutions we approved had to do with the appointment of teachers to the tutorial program. So as we spoke about math earlier and the need to improve our math scores and to help students who are struggling in math, last meeting, one of the things we did was approve the creation of those positions for a tutorial program. Starting this meeting, we've approved the actual implementation of that. So to Dr. Bryant's point, some evidence that we're moving in the right direction, and look forward to seeing more action in the new year. Next up, we have petitions and hearings of citizens for any agenda or non-agenda item that you wish to discuss. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. Please approach the podium at this time, state your name and address for the record.
This public comment section.
Yes.
Great. Hi. Hi, good evening. I am Jane Gertner. My address is 4 McChesney Court, West Orange. So, good evening, and thank you for allowing me to speak at this public session. Thank you for your service to our town and to our children. I'm here today for a general purpose. I had met 4.5 years ago with then Superintendent Scott Cascone. And we also met with Miss Ebony de Mendez about a district-wide one-day training, which would incorporate nationally recognized principles in anti-racist training. A professional development day was scheduled for May 18th, 2020 to sample this training, but the pandemic hit, so it was canceled. Now, I've watched Mr. Moore and his team develop their DEAI initiatives and viewed the November 11th Board of Education presentation from WOW, the West Orange Way. I've been involved in anti-racist work for 30 years, and I do not represent any group in West Orange. I support many of them, and I was chair of the West Orange Human Relations Commission several years ago. I would like to support the West Orange WOW team, as 2025 may be a year in which increased bullying and calling out the other is likely to happen, maybe even increase. The West Orange Way team acknowledged the complexity of our town's challenges, and I applaud them for their strategies and the work thus far to best support all students to achieve. That's what we're all here for, right? I've been in touch with Mr. Moore and Ms. Liz Hughes and would like to attend the meetings of the District Diversity Council and assist in recruiting parent ambassadors from the schools to the District Diversity Councils. At last month's board meeting, questions from board members, such as Eric Stevenson's question about how have parents been engaged in supporting the academic success of their child, are great. His question made me wonder how to support getting busy parents to math or other online tutorials sessions and becoming involved in their child's success. I hope to contribute to that effort. I am currently tutoring through the West Orange African Heritage Association at Redwood School, and I look forward to helping connect interested parents in this effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else for public comment? Any closing comments from the board before the end of the year?
Happy holidays.
All right. Well, on that note, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Before that, our next board meeting will be in the new year, 5:30 p.m. on January 6, 2025. For the purposes of reorganization, the meeting will be held in West Orange High School Library Media Center. We will not be going into executive session after the close of this meeting. There will be no further business discussed and no additional action will be taken. Now, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr.
I
Stevenson.
second his motion.
Thank you, Mr. Ivker. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you for joining us tonight. Our meeting is now adjourned. We wish you a good night and happy holidays.